You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, let's start here. Yes. So when they come up, the screen goes to sleep after 20 minutes, whatever. They walk up, touch the screen once, it comes up to a start page. Not sure what the point of the start page is. Don't get me started on that. Anyway, they can either press projector and power on, or they can press power on over here, and it just automatically powers the thing on.
Okay.
So the hard button is a shortcut of pressing power.
Mm-hmm.
Several presses on the touch panel. Once the power is on, obviously that turns on the projector and any system boot up that needs to happen, and the time's built in for that.
Mm-hmm. So are any of these buttons that you have on the side, are they also mimicked on the interface here?
Correct.
Okay.
These are all duplicates.
Okay.
So then you have your main menu that comes up after the warm-up cycle is completed.
Mm-hmm.
Main menu, from there you can go to projector, obviously power on, power off. Blank is something actually we'd probably like moved to the main menu, not underneath projector if possible. Blank is muting of the video.
Okay.
So let's go back to main.
So when you're in the main menu,
We'd probably put blank.
this is just these are your source selections. So pressing a button changes the source on the projector, but it also takes you to a control page if that device has
Correct.
control.
So obviously there's none for PC, but you get the same thing by pressing PC there as pressing PC here.
Okay.
Laptop, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to document camera. Document camera, we have controls
Okay.
through RST32 for the document camera. If we go back here, you get the same page if you press .cam here.
Okay.
And the same thing's going to be true for DVD, VCR, and DVD. You have your DVD.
Transport controls.
Now, obviously, since it's through IR, there's no way. We're just simulating states. It's not going to know. So
there isn't a discrete power on, power off.
Correct.
So you just have an IR. Yeah.
But we do like it. If we hit power on, it sends a code. It sends out the code, but there's no way for the program to know. All right, back to main menu. It's hard to do upside down. So then that basically covers all their sources, including Blu-ray has the same thing like DVD.
Okay.
VCR, play pause, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Main menu. Over on this side we have mute. Mute is a shortcut to audio mute. Instead of having to go in here and hit mute,
Okay.
you can just do the same thing here. That way, it doesn't matter what screen they are on. They can just reach over here, hit mute real quick, kill the. So if we're in on PC, mute. It's still going to take you to the audio page, but it's a real quick mute because sometimes you need to hit that for whatever reason.
And that's just controlling the output of the system to the amplifier.
Correct.
Okay.
And same with alt, up and down. That's going to take you to the audio page so you can see yourself moving it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a quick shortcut instead of having to go back to the main menu.
Understood.
Help is persistent on every page. It's also a hard button. So every page we were on had help. Press help, and then you can send a request or cancel. Sending that goes through Room View. We monitor our rooms through Room View.
Okay.
So we will need that component built into the program.
The Room View.
So we can monitor the hours and respond to a help request.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the latest Room View Fusion.
Okay.
If that matters to your programmer.
We'll get some of the details, IP address.
Yeah, we get an IP address too. That's no problem. One other thing here, depending on how your system's set up, this one they had to set up that we have a wireless microphone down there, and because of the way the system was set up, they put a button in here for microphone, turn that one on and off. This one's always on.
So it's basically a mute for the input, for the microphone
Mute for the input of the microphone, the wireless microphone. Yeah, correct.
Okay. What's the difference here? Is that what?
Oh, sorry, I lied. Because of the way the system's set up, it's just an audio switch.
Mm-hmm.
So when you press this, now you can only use the wireless microphone. You cannot hear any of the sources here.
So it's either mic or your program.
Because it's just an audio switch. It's not a mixer.
Okay. So maybe we can come up with maybe a different way that's showing a little bit better display of what's actually active.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, anything to make this better. I didn't design this. This is the way it was. And then on our audio page we have treble.
You want the
and bass.
same functionality and the same layout. The look maybe could be updated, or maybe if there's any new features that could be added, then that's okay. But you at least need the exact same functionality as what you currently have.
Right. We'd like to have the same, as much functionality. Any more functionality on top of that is definitely better. But yeah.
And the color scheme. as far as doing the whole background in a red, I mean, that's something that could happen. Or if the blue's more pleasing, that's up to.
So the color scheme.
Sometimes you don't want to change too much because then it gets confusing
right.
if people are moving
This
around.
is the one that's fairly prevalent throughout Actually, it's pretty much all but one room.
Okay.
The big lecture hall has a totally different color scheme. This one, so that's the one they just stuck with because it's fairly high contrast, easy to read.
Okay.
That's what I'll say about that. I mean, if somebody has something that looks better than that, I would not.
It could be similar. Some of the graphics may change a little bit, but we can send you screenshots.
And if you need
for approval,
like an Alvernia graphic, we can get that to you.
Okay.
We have all those instead of having to pull it off the website.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything
All right.
else?
No, that should be it.
All right. Power off. Oh yes, one more thing. Power off. Power off sends it through shutdown. Yeah, confirmation is a must.
Yeah.
And then it'll go back to the start screen. I'm not sure what the point of the start screen is because it doesn't actually do anything. But.
And you had mentioned the possibility of having light control. So maybe on the main menu there would be
yes, if we end up tying in lighting control, there would be just a button there. I don't know that it'd have to be a hard button. I don't even know if we have enough hard buttons.
Well, all the hard buttons are being used there, but I don't know if there's any that you would be okay to.
Personally, I don't know that there needs to be a power on and off button. I think it could be just one power button that takes you to, where you can choose power on, power off, because technically that's what, if you're on the main menu and you hit power projector, it takes you to a power page.
So the power on takes you to a confirmation page anyway.
Oh no, power on automatically turns on the system.
It just automatically takes you to the main menu.
Correct,
for
after it
source
warms up.
selection.
Here,
Okay.
I'll show you once this is finished. So when you hit power on, it automatically goes through warming up. When you hit power off, it confirms it. But if there was one button that just said power, and that took you to a power page where you could choose on or off from there, I'm not sure that would really be a problem. So if we go start projector, see here's power on and off.
Which you probably don't use too much because you're using these hard buttons.
Correct.
So maybe, I mean, there really isn't a lot of room for lights unless you remove the logo. Or you put the mic program inside of the audio page, possibly.
Right.
Would that be an option? Then that would give you a button for a lighting page?
I think
Or is that something that they need to hit?
well, I don't know how many people.
See, that's part of the
actually
problem, too, is changing of the interface compared to other rooms.
Right. Well, this one's, we have several different rooms around.
Okay.
So, I mean, we can go look at it. We can walk down the hall and look at a different room then, too, if you'd like.
We'll see what they say. And,
Okay.
to get some options then. All right?
Okay.
Okay.